Local kids are putting their bots to the test at a world championship.
Fox 4's Io Elise is here in the studio with a look at the Lego Legends. Hi, Io.
Hi, yeah, today in Houston, a group of young engineers from the Portland area are showing off their robotic skills on the world stage ahead of the For Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology, or FIRST Robotics Championship. We talked with the Lego Legends to find out how they got there.
3, 2, 1, Lego! I would say that the Lego Legends is basically just a neighborhood team that formed together and decided to have some fun with Legos.
Like every time we come to a meeting, we're laughing and we're smiling and we're super just friendly and social in general.
While they're having fun, they also get down to business. The 8 members of the Lego Legends are heading to this year's FIRST Robotics Competition, a World Robotics Championship. The team will be competing against other kids from grades 4 to 8 as part of the FIRST Lego League Challenge division.
But I really like robotics because it challenges me, and it's not something that everyone does. It's something unique, and I like working with my team. I like doing these challenging missions every year.
Sharanya Iyer joined the Lego Legends last year. Since September, the team has met weekly to create and perfect their 4 projects that would take them from the qualifiers to the state championship and ultimately the world championship.
When I heard that we got the Champions Award, I literally got up and screamed. I'm not kidding. I was so pumped, you know. It's also really emotional too, because I never thought I could go to the world championships of anything, so.
Ananya Kaza and the rest of the team have learned a programming language called Python to program their robots to complete tasks or missions. In addition to that, they also created a series of math lessons based on their hobbies to make it more immersive. Heading into the championship, the team is feeling confident and excited.
I am really hoping that we win an award at Worlds. That is something that we've had in mind since the start of the season. I'm really looking forward to just meeting everyone, and I just know that we're going to do great.
I really hope to meet other teams from different parts of the world. I'm really interested to see what parts of what robot they created. I'm just really excited to see everyone there.
Now, there are teams from around the state heading to this championship, including Nerd Herd, a high school team out of Yamhill. To watch the competition and to learn more, just head to their website. We'll have a link at kptv.com. Back to you.
I'm so impressed by them, and I just love that they've combined fun with something so, their skills and something so intellectual. I mean, I think it's terrific. That is not in my wheelhouse, so I envy them.
And the t-shirts, Nerd Herd, the best.
The best name ever.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, part of this program, too, means doing a lot of community service. So a lot of what they learn, they take to different schools.
So good.
And help other people out. So it's really incredible.
Fantastic.
A lot of value in that program.
I love that you introduced us to them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you.
We know